Before we head into the video, I'd love to give a shout out to the sponsor of the channel, RL Exchange. Now, RL Exchange is a great way to buy Rocket League items and credits on any platform at the cheapest prices so that you can build your dream setup. Make sure to go and check out their website using the top link in the description and use code TXC to get yourself 3% off your order. In this series, I'm going to be trading from nothing up to the Titanium White Dominus in 30 days, and this is day 4. Already we've made a ton of profit, but we still have a very long way to go as the White Dominus is worth 50,000 credits. Let's try and go for 100 likes on this video, and I'd also like to remind you that I'm giving away a White Octane at 26,000 subscribers, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. But let's get into the first trade of day 4. Okay, so right now we are only 4 days into the series, but we already have a really good inventory, and also not too many items are in the inventory right now, meaning we have loads of credits to spend on items. And in the first trade, I'm going to be buying an Interstellar and Dissolver, I believe for 100 credits below the minimum value each, 600 for the Interstellar and 400 for the Dissolver. These are really easy to sell black markets, so I should be able to sell both on for their minimum values and make 200 credits profit, just like that. Really easy and simple first trade. And then I'm also selling on my White Fennec for 1.7k. That is going to be the minimum value. I actually bought this at the end of the last episode for 1.5k, so that is going to be 200 credits profit on a White Fennec, which is very nice. I've got to say right now, both White Fennec and White Zombers are so good for making profit. Loads of people are quick selling them, and it doesn't take me too long to flip for the minimum value, and each time I'm getting roughly 150 to 200 credits profit, which is again very nice. I also do manage to sell on my Grey Octane for that minimum value of 300 credits. I believe I've made roughly another 100 credits profit on that item, but it actually took a very long time to sell. Right now items are actually really hard to sell, and I'm not sure if that's because the credit demand is very high at the moment, or maybe I was just trading at a time when not too many people are online, so naturally it took me longer to sell my item. But I'm also picking up a Heatwave 100 credits below the minimum value. Again, this has a very high demand like the other black markets I've been trading with, Interstellar, Dissolver, Mainframe, those sort of black markets. But again, I should be able to make another 100 credits profit with that Heatwave, and also I get a nice overpay for the Interstellar, a Fennec, Pink Octane and non-crit exotic, as well as 120 credits. That adds up to over the maximum price of the Interstellar at 950 credits. And whilst the items might be a little bit hard to sell because, as I've mentioned, items just have quite a low demand in general at the moment, Pink Octane and Fennec tend to have a very high demand, so I shouldn't really struggle to sell those on. But the non-crit exotic might be a bit of a struggle because right now non-crit exotics aren't really selling. I also did manage to get rid of my Dissolver for 500 credits, just clearing out the inventory, getting some more credits to work with and flip some more items. At this point, however, I was just trying to clear out my inventory a little bit, so when I am trying to sell items, what I do is I start with the items that have the highest demand, the items that are more likely to sell faster than, say, the Forest Green Tunica, which has been around for ages. So I start off with the Pink Octane, which has the highest demand. Loads of people are looking for Octanes, and then I move on to the Fennec because, again, loads of people want the Fennec, so I thought logically this would be the easiest item to sell next, and then probably the Heatwave, then the non-crit exotic, and then the other two items which are sort of stuck in my inventory right now. I can't sell the Lime Draco, I can't sell the Tunica, but hopefully eventually they should be out of the inventory and I'll get more credits to work with. But unfortunately nothing else in my inventory was actually selling. As I've mentioned countless times now, items are really hard to sell, so instead what I did was I went back to buying items, and luckily because I'm struggling to sell items, naturally other people are as well, so I was able to underpay for more items pretty quickly. And I do buy a black OEM for 800 credits, which is 300 credits below the minimum value, so that was a really good underpay. But right now black OEM is near impossible to sell, so again I might have to quick sell that. But White Fennec has been so good for making profit, so I'm glad I was able to buy another one into my inventory for 200 credits below the minimum value. Again, I should be able to sell that on for the minimum value and make another 200 credits profit. And also Painted Standards again have been very good. They have a very high demand again, so this should be a pretty easy sell, and I'm paying just 950 credits, so 150 below the minimum value. I should be able to sell that again for the minimum value and make 150 credits profit. And I've got to say, the Nothing to Something is going very well in this episode so far, and I managed to sell on the White Standard pretty much instantly. It only took about 5 minutes, and this was sold through RL Garage. And I've got to say, RL Garage is a very good platform for making trades. Right now I've got a bunch of trades offering for Octane Standards, Fenix, black markets, you name it, I'm offering for it. and I'll just slowly start picking up items through RL Garage, and then I can relist that either through RL Garage or other apps such as RL Trading Post. I might be able to sell items through Discord as well, and then I've also got the Xbox looking for group section, which is where I probably get around half of my trades as well. But RL Garage, I'm not gonna lie, it's sort of carrying the series at this point, and I've just sold my White Fennec as well for 1.8k. I believe at the time that was the minimum value. If not, then that was a very good trade, because getting more than the minimum value right now for any item is practically impossible. So yeah, that was a very good trade, and I also managed to sell on my non-crit exotic for 100 credits. Again, this was pretty hard to sell. It took me around an hour of just trying to get this to sell, which isn't great, but now we can move on and hopefully underpay for even more items. And I did. I was able to pick up a White Fennec for 1,450, which is the most I've underpaid for a White Fennec in this series, and just for a very long time in general. But again, I should be able to sell this on for the minimum value of 1.7k, and that would be 250 credits profit from a White Fennec, which is very rarely seen. So that is probably one of the best trades in the series, maybe, definitely in this episode. And I also pick up another Lime Draco, which I'm not gonna lie, this trade was a bit of a mistake, because I've already got a Lime Draco in my inventory. It's been around for a while, so I should have seen that, you know what, it's quite hard to sell, I shouldn't buy another one, but I did, and that'll come back to bite me, because bit of a spoiler, they don't sell for a very long time. But I'm also picking up a mainframe. This is a bit of a safer bet because it has a very high demand. The mainframe should sell on very, very quickly, underpaying by 100 credits, and that should be another 100 credits profit. Those trades are genuinely my favorite though, because although I'm not getting a ton of profit compared to my other trades, it's just so much more simple and easier, because it only takes me around 5 or 10 minutes to sell on the item, and I'm still getting a decent amount of profit, I guess. I'm also selling on my White Fennec here for, as I mentioned before, the minimum value of 1.7k. I made 250 credits profit on that one item. That is genuinely insane, and right now I'm trying to make roughly 2,000 to 3,000 credits per episode, just so that it works out, so that I can get the White Dominus before the day 30. I just want to make sure that I'm not squeezing it in and getting it around day 25. So I'm not risking anything, because this challenge is very difficult, and I want to make sure I'm not leaving it to the last minute to actually buy the White Dominus. I have also just sold on my mainframe for the minimum value of 600 credits, getting another 100 credits profit, and I am liking the way my inventory is looking at this stage. I haven't got too many items, but I've still got a decent amount of items to work with if I ever did need to sell something for credits, and in future I'm probably going to keep my inventory around one row of items. I don't really want to go anything more than that, otherwise it's going to get a little bit difficult to manage my items. But again, I've just underpaid 100 credits for a dissolver. That should be another 100 credits profit when I do come to selling it on. And I was actually able to find the middle value of 550 credits for this item, which I really wasn't expecting, but I'll take it. It's an extra 50 credits than what I was expecting, so 150 credits profit from that dissolver overall. And yeah, the inventory is looking very solid. Again, like I mentioned earlier, we don't have too many items in the inventory, but in the next episode, hopefully I will be able to sell on the items such as the Lime Dracos, Black OEM, and the Forest Green Tunica, because right now I just can't get them sold whatsoever. But I did manage to pick up another White Standard for 950 credits. Again, I've got to say, White Standard has been so good in this episode. I've made a ton of profit with it. But anyway, that is going to bring us to the end of the episode. I really hope you have enjoyed. If you have, then make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications as well. As I mentioned at the start of the video, I'm giving away a White Octane every 1,000 subscribers. So as soon as we hit 26k, a White Octane giveaway will start in the Discord server. If you want to join, the Discord link is in the description down below. But anyway, thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. Comment White Dominus if you made it this far, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
Me.